kindly beginning with the session, all teachers.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to our distinguished guests, all our dear students, esteemed teachers present here today. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this special orientation session under the AI for a Billion initiative organized by Bharti Vidya Bhavan's Mehta Vidyalaya. Today's gathering marks an important step towards preparing our students and teachers along with the parents for the rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence. A world that is transforming education, communication, healthcare, business, research, and nearly every sphere of life. The future belongs to those who are ready to learn, adapt, and innovate, and this initiative aims to empower our faculty and the students present here with precisely those skills and opportunities. We are truly honored to have with us Honorary Professor Rohit Bansal. We also have amongst us Mr. Rishi Wazir, GM Reliance Industry, Mr. Givor, CEO of Re-Armenia, and Ms. Anahit Vardainen from Re-Armenia Academy. I now have the honor of inviting Mrs. Kirti Chaturvedi, Senior Academic Coordinator, to kindly share her thoughts and guide us on the significance of this initiative.
Thank you, Ina. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my privilege to welcome you all on this significant occasion as we come together to celebrate both legacy and innovation. Bharti Vidya Bhavan stands as a beacon of holistic education and Indian ethos. Founded in 1938 by the visionary Kanhaiyalal Maniklal Munshi, the Bhavan was conceived with a profound mission to preserve, promote, and integrate India's rich cultural heritage with modern education. Its vision has always been to nurture individuals who are not only academically competent but also ethically grounded and socially responsible. For decades, Bhavan has exemplified excellence by blending tradition with contemporary relevance, an approach that remains even more critical in today's rapidly evolving world. In the spirit of forward thinking, we are very proud to be associated with an innovative initiative, AI for a Billion. This program reflects the Bhavan's commitment to staying aligned with the demands of the 21st century as artificial intelligence transforms every sphere of life. It becomes imperative that education evolves accordingly. AI for a Billion is not merely about technological exposure, it is about empowerment. It aims to equip all stakeholders, our students, teachers, and parents, with the awareness, skills, and the mindset required to understand, use, and responsibly integrate AI into our everyday lives. It fosters critical thinking, ethical awareness, and adaptability, competencies which are all essential for the future. As we move ahead, this initiative reinforces the Bhavan's enduring philosophy to harmonize the wisdom of the past with the possibilities of the future. I extend my deepest gratitude to Shri Rohit Bansal and Mr. Rishi Wazir, GM Reliance Industries, Mr. Givor and Ms. Anahit from the Re-Armenia Academy. I also welcome Dr. Gitika Datta and the other staff members from PLMC and my colleagues from Mehta Vidyalaya. Let us embrace this journey with openness and purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, it's time to begin with the program. I would like to invite Mr. Rohit Bansal for the introductory session.
Okay, अपने से बहुत लोग होंगे जो इस तरफ ही बोलते होंगे, सुनने वाले बहुत कम मौके होते हैं, तो मैं पहले तो क्षमा प्रार्थी हूँ, आई एम सॉरी कि आप लोगों को सुनना पड़ेगा और हम लोग बोलेंगे। इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट ये है कि हम लोग को जो लगता है कि स्टूडेंट काफ़ी एआई से ऑलरेडी फेमिलियर हो गया है, और कई बार वो सोचता है कि उसे अब टीचर की शायद उतनी ज़रूरत नहीं है, अथॉरिटी फिगर की ज़रूरत नहीं है, शायद पेरेंट की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है, पैसे आ रहे वगैरह। सो आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट एंड ब्रूटली ऑनेस्ट, एंड आई मे बी ओवर जनरलाइजिंग, सो डोंट मिसअंडरस्टैंड मी एट ऑल, बट after speaking to multiple teachers in IIMs, in top management institutions across the world, I was at Kellogg in Northwestern just 3 days back. I was at Renmin University in China, in Beijing about a fortnight back, and MIT Media Labs earlier last month. And I can only say that world over, teachers are believing that students are using AI rightly or wrongly, well or poorly. That's a matter of difference of opinion and skilling. But if teachers are really looking at themselves very hard, then could be that do we also as teachers need to re-equip ourselves a bit? Because once we are re-equipped, we can use our experience and the knowledge, encyclopedic knowledge of subjects that we have, of subject matter. Can we use it better if we are also knowing the new language which the kids are adopting? I was with one of the faculty members who very warmly welcomed me this morning, and she said 6 years की बच्ची ने मुझे कहा कि how the memory of a phone and the battery of a phone and the usage of this app or that app, she was telling her about it. आप लोग के अभी पिछले थोड़ी देर पहले एक सेशन हुआ where the kids didn't have phones, but the moment they go out in the real world, they start using the phone, they start getting influenced by it, they use AI, sometimes they don't know if it is AI or not, but they are listening to their parents, they are listening to thousands of other influences. So we as teachers, as educators, are we honest about the fact that how much we know? And we are not here to teach AI. We are here to use AI as a pilot inside our brain to teach our subject a lot better than we already do, and to understand, more importantly, the language of the kid, so that the kid is able to relate to us. हम अगर किसी बच्चे से उसकी भाषा में बात करते हैं तो हमारी बात वो सुनता है, हम उसका ज़्यादा भला कर पाते हैं। और अगर हम कहें नहीं भाई हमारा तो ये उसूल है, ये हमारे तरीका है, बच्चे तो आजकल हाथ से चले गए, they're gone, then we are missing the nobility behind being teachers. Now, somebody may say the elephant in the room is what's in it for me. How do I gain? How do I gain? Will I get more salary if I learn about AI? That is for you and your employer. It's not for me. I'm doing it voluntarily, and my employer is behind me. So that's okay. But I think the critical part is that if we are better in our own subject, we are able to relate to our stakeholder, which is the parent, the student, better, then we are at least happier. We are likely to be, happier at the end of the day when we are off to sleep. So I can offer you better sleep. I can offer you more smiles, more happiness, and less grimacing. So this is the game. What I'll do is that in this auditorium, we just had the convocation of the first cohort. So we started the cohort in February, and thanks to Anahid, Gregor, and a lot of friends of ours from the pedagogical team in Ria Armenia Academy at that time. They changed their name to Lumiverse. But suffice to say, we did a convocation ceremony in this hall, and with the help of Gunjan and Rajivji there, patiently waiting for me to stop talking. And there is a small video of people, how they benefited. So think about it, that you could be one of them, but if you are already very, clear that you can't do better, you've already done everything you have in the game, then it's a different matter. Then help someone else find this course. But if you have not, honestly in your own self-esteem figured out that मैं अभी AI में कुछ सीख सकता हूँ. I'm seeing more ladies here, which is a wonderful thing. Congratulations, more ladies here means India can be a better place. But there will be a short video. Who's this man in the suit? That's only to the flash frame. You won't see me at all in that, except this place. So there are, I think, 10 or 12 kids, and not so. I mean, they are kids, but they are not biologically 10 years or 12 years or 15 years that you handle. These are people who are out there. They could be one of us. And what they gain from this course is how we'd like to start. So, at 1.5x speed, say about 7-8 minutes.
And I'm pursuing Hindustani classical music from there. So first of all, I'm highly grateful for getting this wonderful opportunity they provided me. And initially, I was not much sure about how would I be able to understand this technical subject because AI was pretty much new for me. So, but the way the faculty members and especially Professor Rohit Vansalji, he taught me, and the others from the Re-Armenia Academy, they taught. So it was very nice and very wonderful experience. They taught me various applications, various softwares through which I can access and I can understand the way the Indian classical music is evolving and its future applications.
Myself, Aruna Kumar, educated social worker who works for the welfare of society. I have just completed this very useful AI course at Bharati Dhawan. I am using this AI knowledge to handle boarding paperwork and organize information quickly. Now I am spending more time personally in helping people, and thank you such a big Rohit Bansal sir, जिन्होंने हमें इंग्लिश कोर्स को हिंदी में कन्वर्ट करके इंग्लिश में बताया. हम जैसे कमजोर स्टूडेंट का हाथ नहीं छोड़ा और इंग्लिश से कन्वर्ट करके इंग्लिश में बताया इन्होंने हमें.
So good afternoon everyone. So my name is Aman Gulati and I have spent the last decade perfecting human-led processes, and this course has given me the tools to surcharge those processes with my AI, and my goal is to lead the transition into the more efficient, tech-driven service industry. So I would like to thank you Rohit sir and the Re-Armenia team for an incredible course and this opportunity to level up my skills for this services. Thank you so much.
My dear friends and teachers, respected teachers. Today I am proudly to receive my certificate in AI. This journey helped me learn new skills and understanding the future of technology. I sincerely thank all my teachers and friends for the support and guidance. Thank you all.
My name is Jai Bhavtani and I am a wholesaler of surgical equipment. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Rohit sir for this valuable guidance, and certainly I am running my business offline. But with the help of this course, I am confident that I will successfully take my business online and expand it to the next level.
नमस्कार सर सबको. मैं भारतीय विद्या भवन का बड़ा शुक्रगुजार हूँ. मैंने यहाँ से बहुत कुछ गेन किया है और स्पेशली जितने भी कोर्सेज किए हैं वो सारे कोर्सेज एक से एक बढ़िया थे. लेकिन उन सब कोर्सों को जो मैंने एनालाइज करने के बाद जितना AI से सीखा ना उतना शायद मेरे किसी कोर्स से मैंने सीखा नहीं. सबसे ज़्यादा फिर भी मैं यही पे हुआ क्योंकि मुझे ABCD भी नहीं मालूम थी कंप्यूटर की. लेकिन कोशिश करके 2-3 महीने में मैंने कुछ करके कुछ स्टेज पे भी पहुंचा हूं और सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि हाँ आगे भी मैं क्लास दोबारा से अटेंड करूं. तो स्पेशली रोहित सर का Re-Armenia टीम का मैं बहुत बहुत थैंक्स करता हूं.
Good morning everyone. My name is Lakshya and I pursued the artificial intelligence course at Bharati Vidya Bhavan under the guidance of Mr. Rohit sir. I chose this field because I believe AI is shaping the future. I want to build the knowledge and skills required to contribute meaningfully to upcoming innovations. Through this program, I am focusing on enhancing my technical abilities and practical understanding so that I can apply these skills effectively for my future projects where I will do the job. My goal is not only to learn but also to apply the skills so that I can enhance my task and perform better.
इस कोर्स के बारे में अगर कहना चाहूँगा तो एक चीज़ ये कहना चाहूँगा कि जैसे अभी किसी ने बोला था कि हम AI का यूज़ कैसे करते हैं, तो इस कोर्स ने हमारे को ये सिखाया कि व्हाट इज द राइट प्रोसेस टू यूज़ AI. सेकंड थिंग इज अभी यहाँ पे कोई बैठा हुआ तो उन्होंने बोला था AI क्या है, हम AI को यूज़ करते हैं ऐसा गूगल की तरीके से. तो इस कोर्स को करने के बाद हमें पूरा राइट प्रोसेस पता चला कि हाउ टू यूज़ AI इन अ राइट वे. नेक्स्ट, AI कोर्स करते समय कभी कभी होता है कि हम जब अपने स्कूल में पढ़ते थे कुछ लोग कॉमर्स में चले जाते थे, कुछ साइंस साइड में, कुछ आर्ट साइड में, बट AI ने हम सबको दोबारा से जोड़ दिया है. किसी भी फील्ड का आदमी हो वो एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पर आ गया है. तो AI की ये बात है.
I want to express my sincere gratitude to Rohit sir and my other respected teachers at the Re-Armenia Academy. So I am a software engineer by profession and I use artificial intelligence in my day-to-day work also. So when I joined this course, so I was using some of my AI tools regularly from the last almost 2 years, but I was using them more like a Google rather than I was not aware about the techniques of using those AI tools efficiently and effectively. So this course taught me about how to use AI and to build a mindset around the artificial intelligence, and we should not be afraid of AI. हमें AI से डरना नहीं चाहिए, हमें उसे गले लगाना चाहिए AI को. तो मैं सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर फील्ड से हूँ, तो शायद मैं ये चीज़ अच्छी तरह से जानता हूँ कि एआई ने एक डर पैदा किया है कि ये नौकरियों को खा जाएगा। बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि एआई विल नॉट रिप्लेस ह्यूमंस, बट इट विल श्योरली रिप्लेस द ह्यूमंस विच डू नॉट नो अबाउट एआई। So I want to say that AI will not replace humans, but it will surely replace those humans who don't know about AI.
So when I joined this course, my dad told me that I need to improve on AI because this is the next generation. What's going to happen next? So I was really skeptical because I thought I know ChatGPT, I know Gemini, that's all I need. But then when I joined this course, I realized there's more to that. So for example, for my school division, I used to use the exact same thing every time, and I wasn't seeing any improvements. So then I was learning, and then I got introduced to this AI in the course called Kobo. So in that, I realized that this is a better way, this is a more structured way, and so on. I kept learning that there are a lot of AIs that have all the different tasks that they can do. So for example, now how I'm applying it is, I'm making websites for myself, and I'm helping my mom implement this in her business by making her designs on her work. So I just want to thank all my mentors, and yes, thank you.
Basic, like many people said, हम Google की तरह use करते हैं, तो the basic, the prompts, which are very important. Get the exact information you need, the exact output you need. If the prompts are wrong, you are dead. So the prompt, the starting point has to be fine, perfect, only then you can move forward. Controlling the hallucinations, doing it at temperature zero, and the various tools that you kept on learning through this entire period of this course, I think was very useful. And again, I thank you for guiding me, for your leadership, and for your mentoring.
Good afternoon, respected teachers and my dear friends. Today I am very happy to receive my AI certificate, and I found it a little difficult, but slowly I learned everything. I know how when I made a website in automation, and I did many things for my work. Like my father still works. I make a website for him, but I can't publish it because there are a lot of difficulties in this. But I would like to thank my teacher, my Rohit sir, and the Anayat ma'am. I also thanks my friend who made learning more enjoyable. This certificate means a lot to me and my efforts. I will continue learning and improving in the future. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, I am grateful that I learned so much from here. I was not aware that I will achieve this much in this course. However, when I joined this course, I was aware of AI. From last 2 years, I was teaching to my students. I am freelancer educator. But there was something missing, that was hands-on practice. Definitely, everyone was saying that we were using AI as a Google. However, I want to convey this message to everyone that AI is not a Google. AI is something that you can get everything. Everything means everything. Every minute thing you can get it from here. And I hope this will pass to society as well. Actually, I will try my best to give it. So, thank you.
Hello, I am truly honored to be here. So, सोच के तो मैं आपको चाहे क्या बोलना पड़ेगा, लेकिन पहले तो मैं आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू भारतीय विद्या भवन. आई एम ट्रूली ग्रेटफुल. सर के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, इतनी बड़ी हस्ती से मिलने का मौका मिला मुझे. और कहते हैं जिंदगी कहीं ना कहीं गोल घूमती है और कहीं ना कहीं कनेक्ट करती है. अभी रोहित बंसल जी ने जैसे बताया कि सर कानपुर IIT कानपुर से, मैं सही कह रहा हूँ, तो मेरे पहले बॉस थे डॉक्टर मनमोहन चौधरी, वो फाउंडर थे कानपुर के IIT कानपुर के. तो कहीं ना कहीं से लिंक जुड़ जाता है. तो एक सबसे बड़ी खुशी की बात कि यहाँ से ये कोर्स करने के बाद रोहित जी ने मुझे, रोहित जी की आदत है ऑलवेज पूछ कॉर्नर ऑफ द क्लिप के कुछ सीखो, बिल्कुल किनारे पे लाके ले आते हैं. जिंदगी में कई बार, मुझे जिंदगी बहुत सालों से जानता हूँ, हमेशा किनारे पे लाके, उस लेवल पे लाके किनारे पे कुछ चैलेंज देते हैं कि सीखो. तो 2023 में आई वॉज डायग्नोज्ड विद कैंसर. उसके बाद ग्रेसफुली भगवान के आशीर्वाद से वापस आया मैं, और मैं काफी एंजाइटी और ट्रॉमा और इससे गुजरा. फिर रोहित जी ने दोबारा मुझे कुछ किया, स्पोर्ट्स में लाया और मुझे सीखने का मौका मिला और लाइफ में एक्साइटिंग मिली. दोबारा से लगा कि अब फिर दोबारा कुछ ना कुछ करना है. तो ब्रॉडकास्टिंग में बहुत कुछ किया था पहले. जब शुरू में आया तो मुझे लगा कि एक ये होता है कि जब आप काफी कुछ कर चुके होते हैं तो एक हेजिटेशन होता है कि क्या सीखें, अब शर्म आएगी, अपने स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में जाएंगे, हम कैसे सीखेंगे, कैसे शुरुआत करेंगे. लेकिन ये लाइफ में आदमी जिंदगी भर सीखता है, तो हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ नया सीखता है, सीखने को मिलता है. एक कोइंसिडेंस भी है कि मैं जब 2008 से लेके 2013 तक हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स में नेशनल एडिटर था, तो मैं यहाँ पे एक बार लेक्चर भी नहीं आया. तो मुझे ये भी लग रहा था कि बताइए यहाँ पे मैं कुछ पढ़ने जाऊंगा, कुछ नया सीखने जाऊंगा. तो ये लाइफ को कुछ पता नहीं, लाइफ कहाँ से कहाँ लेके जाती है आपको. थोड़ा सा मेरे को डिफिकल्टी है, मैं स्लाइडों का आता है, तो उससे माफ कीजिएगा, मैं कभी कभी बोलने में दिक्कत होती है या मैं इमोशनल भी हो रहा हूँ शायद ज्यादा. तो बहुत अच्छा मौका मिला और बहुत सीखने को मिला. थैंक यू सर.
So first and foremost, I would like to really thank Rohit sir for giving me this opportunity to do an AI course. I think what the biggest learning from this course was how to become the master of an AI tool and not let AI become the master of you. So, and I think I'm going to try to implement it on the organization level, or enterprise level, and take it forward. And I think the cohort also was so good. We learned from each other. And I would also like to mention that we shared a lot of articles on the group, and one of the articles really caught my attention, which said which sir shared with us, that when you teach something, you learn better. So I think I'm going to try to teach whatever I learned to my friends, family, and all the people around me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So these were some endorsements, but हो सकता है कि ये आपके लिए relevant ना हो, because you already know AI, you are already at the top of the game. In which case, you are most welcome to send the information around that on the 6th, the second cohort will start. So that's one level. The other level is that as educators who are teaching your particular subject, you are looking at how to teach it better, how to be more effective, how to retain the attention of the class. And therefore, could you therefore end up being more AI literate yourself? So you are welcome in that course as well. You can bring someone along with you yourself. That's the second part. But the real reason we have convened together is that Bharati Vidya Bhavan is thinking of launching a pilot course with our friends from Yerevan in Armenia on artificial intelligence for teachers. The specific course, which is not for the people you saw here, which was Omanch, who was just 11 years old, to people who are slightly older than him, from people who were already doing software, broadcast engineering, all kinds of professions. It is only a course for teachers, so that they learn how to teach differently with more effectiveness and so on and so forth. So rather than come in the way of my friend Georg and Anahit, I'll cede the floor to them with the full idea that if आप अगर खुद से join करना चाहें, irrespective of when the pilot course is launched, then 6th June is your opportunity. Every Saturday, 2 hours in English and 2 hours next day on as a reflection session. So reflection session में आपने कुछ लोगों को सुना होगा, जैसे हिंदी में ज़्यादा समझ में आया, reinforce हो गया, reflection हुआ. So at the end of it, you can either do it online or you can come here, because you come here, you know the route very well. And the other is that if we are able to launch a pilot program for teachers alone, then how about having an assistant for yourself? An assistant who's understanding the class, who's giving variegated homework and so on and so forth. So think about it from a different role play, that you become the first secondary and primary school teachers probably in India who are AI trained and who have an AI assistant. So Georg? Yeah, so he sometimes says Jan. Please don't misunderstand it. It is not Umrao Jan kind of Jan. In Armenian, they have a very beautiful system of calling someone they like brother, sister, they call them Jan. So anytime Anahit would say Rohit Jan, people would say, what is this? Why does he say Jan to us? But that's on the lighter side. You can also call him Georg Jan.
Hey everyone. Without further ado, I will continue. So, as Rohit said, we are from Armenia. Armenia is a small country now with 4,500 years of history. And recently in 2020 we had a tough war during which we lost some part of the country, and 120,000 Armenians were in exodus. Ethnic cleansing happened, a lot of problems, and then in aftermath of the war, we were trying to figure out what was the problem, why we couldn't keep our brothers and sisters in the places where they were living for the last 3,000 to 5,000 years in Artsakh, for example, etc., etc. And then reflecting all this, we figured out that we are not united in using technologies that are right now available. So, being the small country with 3 million people of population, we decided that we have to grow rapidly using all the cutting-edge technologies, and we have to amplify the number of our population with the technology. So in a couple of minutes you will figure out what I'm talking about. So we have started Re-Armenia Foundation. This is about restarting, rebuilding, recreating. So Re-Armenia is the new birth, let's say, of our nation. And the slogan is Unite to Revive. And what is very interesting and important, we understood, personally me, I'm in business for like 30 years. And starting from 2004, I was in tech business. I have founded the first e-payment system in Armenia, and then technological marketing company, which is the biggest in crowdfunding sphere in the world already. And some other several dozens of tech people came together, and we figured out that these new technologies, particularly artificial intelligence, is going to change the world overall. And we figured out that now I'm coming already to our topic. So we figured out that people are interacting with AI in three main ways. So there are ones who are creating artificial intelligence, scientists, engineers in big companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, Google. So they are creating this artificial intelligence. And then the second layer, who are creating AI tools. I mean, they are not creating artificial intelligence, but using artificial intelligence. They are creating different tools to solve different problems. And the third layer is AI users, which is basically everyone. Because nowadays, using AI is not something nice to have. It's obligatory. It's like the main tool, the main technology of, ensuring the growth. So in Armenia, a lot of different organizations after the war started diving deep into these directions, and now we are already in top 5 in terms of infrastructure. So, for example, GPUs which are using to develop AI. So very few countries have vast numbers of GPUs. So one of those is Armenia already. Our scientists did a great job. So very rapid growth in science happened, and we, as Re-Armenia, started Re-Armenia Academy. Now we call it Lumiverse. Lumiverse is coming from two words: lumen, light, and universe. So the universe of light. So this is our mission, basically, to spread the light, to spread the knowledge and experience that we're gathering. So we have started Lumiverse to be focused on AI users, meaning that we are doing our best to teach everyone, doesn't matter what they do, in which field they're working, to use AI as efficient as possible in their daily life and in their work. So, and eventually, of course, we decided to share this knowledge and skills with around the world, basically. And I'm very happy to say that we have started with India, with our friend Rohit, because we have really tight, even root connections with Indo-European countries, and Armenia one of those. So coming back to the topic, so we are going to share artificial intelligence tools and let's say opportunities, particularly for education. So actually there are 3 directions AI is developing in education. One is AI education, learning AI itself as a subject. 2, second thing is AI for education. And then third is education in age of AI. So AI for education, I will dive deep in this in a minute. And what comes to education in age of AI, so this means that in this era, education overall will be transformed. So nowadays education is designed approximately 200 years ago after Industrial Revolution, and it was meant to create a person who's doing tasks precisely. But now new education is supposed to create a person who's designing the tasks. I mean, not the doers, but decision makers. Not the ones who are precisely doing your task, but the one who can make the decision and solve the problem. So this is the new, basically, let's say, purpose of education. So education is supposed to be transformed overall. But coming back to second point, so here are 3 main directions where AI for education can be applied. So deeper subject learning, not AI as a subject, but AI for other subjects. For example, you are teaching history, mathematics, languages, whatever. using AI by teacher will enhance, will amplify this knowledge sharing and skill developing process. So this is one thing. The second thing is more engaged educational process. Because nowadays children are very rapidly growing into different directions, adopting all these new technologies, mobile phones, computers, AI, whatever, and teachers supposed to be at least on the same line with them, at least to understand all whatever nowadays children are using and experiencing. So with this knowledge and with this technology, you can make your classes more engaging, more gamified, more interesting for the teacher. So there are very interesting methodologies about which during the course we will be talking to you, and we will be sharing different tools, AI tools, which will help us to keep our students more engaged. And then, of course, AI for education in terms of school governance and operations. So actually all the processes that you have set in your school can be, not all, but most of the processes can be automated. So you will save a lot of time on filling up the information in different, books and everything about your students, about their performance. So a lot of this mechanical work can be done by agents which will be created by you or for you. So AI agents can replace a lot of automatic work, and you can be more focused on your students, on your relations, on your creativity and human kind of things, let's say like this. So moving forward, I want to compare AI innovation with innovation of electricity or computers or internet. Why? Because this is one of the innovations which will come to everybody's household, everybody's workplace. I mean, electricity in the very beginning, it was just some magical thing invented by scientists, but nowadays everywhere electricity is being used. You can't even imagine your life without it. Huh? So the same thing, even harder, I would say, will be happening with AI. Recently, it's already started. I mean, again, I want to make sure that we understand that there is no such question if we're going to use AI or we're not. There's a question when we're going to use AI. By the way, with this thing that it is mandatory, I want to go to the next slide, that this is mandatory for countries as well. So nowadays, a lot of countries, particularly United States and China, are in a tough fight over AI. Who's winning, who's using more AI, who's using AI more efficiently. Why? Because as the individual person supposed to be transformed nowadays to be able to live happy and long and impactful, which is very important, impactful life. So the same thing is right for the countries. So in a couple of decades, which country will be existing, which not, which is strong, which is weak, which country is depending on which other country. All this is depending on now which country starts using AI more thoughtfully, more efficiently. And of course, when we're speaking about a country using AI, this is starting from citizens, so every citizen is supposed to use. And when we come to teachers, teachers are the most important, let's say, hub in this knowledge sharing process, because your knowledge of AI will multiply the knowledge in the community overall, in the society overall. And so it brings us to the understanding that I would say not in 21st century, but today, because we have another 75 years in 21st century where a lot of things will be changing, of course. But nowadays, the minimum literacy threshold includes AI literacy. So if any of us do not have this AI literacy, even I would say for teachers, AI proficiency, we can't already consider ourselves as 21st century people, I mean the person who has passed this minimum threshold of literacy, let's say like this. And I want to finish my talk with this idea that we have to remember always that AI is a tool. So it is not doing anything instead of you. It is not gonna replace human. AI is not going to replace human. Humans who are using AI will be replacing humans who are not using AI. So this is very fundamental, important information. Because we're saying artificial intelligence, So before this, we were using the word intelligence only for humans, and now we use this word for technology. That's why we have this kind of frustration. We think that this is something equal to us, and when it does something better, so we are in kind of frustration. We're thinking that it's gonna come and replace us. No, it's not. So it's very important to remember that human using AI will replace the ones who are not using. So we don't want to be among those who are replaced, right? Especially if we are teachers and dealing with students with the next generation. And there's important thing that how to use AI. So our course will be talking about that in depth. I mean, you can use AI for automation and you can use AI for augmentation. Augmentation means when you continue doing the same thing what you were doing before, but using AI, so more efficiently. For example, your relations with students, your classes, I mean, you're doing the same things, but using AI, it makes a lot more effective whatever you were doing. And automation is when we are stopping doing whatever we did before. We are creating agents, again, we on ourselves creating agents and delegating some processes to AI. So automation and augmentation. But I'm going to tell you that these technologies are a lot easier to learn compared to the technologies we had decades before. Because nowadays, you don't need to write codes, you don't need to learn, I don't know, different languages, Python, third, fourth. The most popular coding language nowadays is English. I mean, you just have to give right, precise prompts. I mean, you just need to know how to communicate, and AI, all the tools of AI will do the rest for you. So you have to give the right formulated prompts to AI. So it's gonna be fairly easy. And yeah, now thank you very much for listening to all this story about what we're going to do together. But now I want to pass the word to Anahi, so she will explain what this 10-week course will look like and what you will have opportunity to learn during these 10 weeks. Anahi.
Thank you, and hello to everyone. It's our pleasure being here, especially with educators and teachers, because we always mention sharing your knowledge with teachers is having multiplicative effects, so this is very impressive for us. Today we were talking about two directions. So we have 10-week course, which is general AI literacy course for the public. And we had the first cohort in India, which was really very successful, and the testimonials you were listening was about our first cohort. And we're going...
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm very sorry, I wanted to add one important thing. So this course Anahit is talking about is this 10-week course which is open for everyone. So each of you can come and participate. But there's important thing that we are planning to design the course for Bhavan teachers, especially for teachers with specific tools. So we will give you information about that specific course later as the new pilot that we are going to do with Bhavan. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that we understand this.
Thanks for clarification. So on the screen you see the second cohort course curriculum, what we're going to learn. Here are the topics, and we start the course with AI first mindset and foundations. So this general AI literacy course is for all of you, those who will be just starting using AI or those who have some experiments with AI and like it actually. So we will start with Mindshift and foundations. For example, what are LLMs, how are they working, what are hallucinations, how come we can be cheated by AI, how to detect it and how to troubleshoot. And then we start our main topics starting from prompt engineering. This is how humans and AIs communicate, the new way of communication, which is also very similar to human communication. And then we have the main topics starting from deep research to multimedia content creation, be it text, visual, videos or photos, will be websites, Like previously we needed to know a coding language in order to have a website or a working application. Now all we need to know is communication skills and the right tools and how to use them. So during our course we're also going to generate some websites, presentations, and the 8th and 9th points are about automation, especially AI automation and agent building. This is the most impressive part of our course. Like Gevorg has already mentioned, you can be augmented with AI, like being empowered, do whatever you are doing in a more effective way. But this automation part is about finding some repetitive tasks that we have to do, and it doesn't require human creativity to be done. So we can delegate these tasks to AI, build our own agents that can handle lots of manual work that we had to do previously. And this is it. This automation agent is the present and the future of AI development. Then the last thing that I would like to add about this course is this is a weekend program. We're going to meet on Saturdays and Sundays, and the main topics are going to be delivered on Saturdays in English, and then we will have reflection sessions on Sundays in English. So those who will have language barriers or will have some trouble doing their homework, need the community help, will have the chance to solve the problems during the whole week, and especially on Sundays.
Thank you very much. Now I would like actually to take some time and talk to you. So to get your questions, your let's say concerns and the suggestions concerning this AI development. Why? Because this was about the course that we have done for everyone. Similarly, in Armenia, we are doing the Start, Level Up, and Pro courses, general AI literacy courses for everyone. But we have separate special courses for teachers. Because again, I want to emphasize this, because if the teacher who's basically forming the next generation doesn't, let's say, know how to use these new technologies in advanced way, particularly for their job, for their delivery of the information, knowledge, skills, the communication with their students, the nation overall will stay back first. So as I said, we have started from that point. What to do to grow as fast as possible. So we understand that teachers are very special people in this new generation forming process. So that's why we have designed a separate course for teachers with separate tools. And what I want now to figure out, to have your opinions and figure out if the course that we have developed in Armenia can be used here, or it's supposed to be changed. So for sure it will be localized for India and for Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. For sure it's supposed to be localized. But how deep we have to localize it, how deep we have to change it, so it will be clear from your perspective. So please, you are welcome. If you have any questions concerning using AI in teaching process, if you have any concerns about using AI in education process, you are welcome to come up with your ideas or questions. If you don't mind, we can organize the time. So please, any questions or suggestions or concerns, fears maybe concerning AI, or we can basically start with one question from my side. So how many of you use AI on the daily basis? Can you please raise hands? Thank you very much. And how many of you use any other tool but ChatGPT or Gemini? Almost all. And what are the main tools that you're using? Can you shout out just the names of the tools? Claude, very good. Gemini, okay, thank you very much. By the way, Claude, Notebook LM is great tool for educators particularly. By the way, Claude recently launched this Claude Cowork, basically the same type of product launched OpenAI called Codex. So what these tools are doing, you're just installing in your computer, and a lot of work which you were doing before, opening files, tidying up the information, sending some emails. So this mechanical stuff, the Claude itself can do on your computer. You just give the permission to Claude, you just download and develop some skills. They call it skills for Codex and Claude. And these skills are running on your computer without taking your time, actually. Yeah, so wonderful. So what do you think? I mean, concerning this AI for education, how maybe you can tell how deep you are using AI, particularly in education process? Because I understand that you use it for your personal needs, like asking questions, finding something. But for example, how many of you have created an agent which is doing some special work separately? No one. Okay, wonderful. So meaning that here we have a lot, like a big field to work on this, because when you create agents, for example, this agent based on your, let's say, based on your approach, can check all the homeworks that you are getting from students, for example. Because you're doing this, and this is a lot like mechanical work, repetitive work. So this can be done by agent created by you, and easily you can do that using your English, actually. And so only the specific cases where something was out of the, let's say, how you say, huh? Yeah, some cases which are out of order, like specific cases which is obligatory to be, let's say, revised by the teacher. The agent can send to you. The rest, the regular homeworks, can be basically checked and assessed by the agent. So, and a lot of other things. So I want actually to hear some questions or concerns from you, if you have. Okay, we can. So everything was clear, or not? Oh, really? Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I just want to ask that by pursuing this course, have you purchased some subscription of this, let's say, video generation, and any other? We have to take some subscription or purchase this.
Yeah, I will answer.
So, as for the subscriptions, we mainly use tools that have both free plans and paid plans. To participate in the course, you don't need to buy any subscription. You will have the chance for free experimentation. And if you find some tool that is very effective for you, then you can go and subscribe to this. So nothing is required as for subscriptions. And just something I would like to remind you, we have two separate courses. General AI Literacy, which is here, the QR is here, you can scan, and we're starting this course on June 6th. And simultaneously, we're working on creating a custom course for you, for BVB educators, which is being developed right now. And one of the purposes of today's session is to have your insights regarding this course so that we create a better course for your needs. So in your questions, in your feedback or concerns, you can also add this part that, for example, you're mainly doing this kind of job. You would like this course to cover some tools or techniques that will be specifically solve that problem. Thank you.
Thank you. And also, by the way, you can come up with some ideas. Where do you have repetitive work which you would like AI to automate? Maybe you can now remember some of the works that you're doing, which is repetitive, and you want to automate it. With what, sorry? You can just shout out loud if you want, or raise your hands. Why I'm saying this? Because as Anahit said, right now we're developing the course, and it will be great to know what are the problems that you're having during your process, which you think that AI can help you with that. Particularly, some repetitive work, which it can be automated. Or for example, something in your work that you don't really like to do. It's taking your time. You would like to have more free time to spend with your students, for example. But there is some administrative work that you're doing, and you wanna eliminate it. Is there anything? Yes, please. Sorry?
Semester plans. We plan for semester plans.
Yeah, wonderful. So semestral plans, you have to fill in some documents with that. Okay, so sorry.
You have to pre-plan our schedule.
Yeah, wonderful. So that's semestral plans. These are wonderful examples. So we can basically have an example of your plan, and while designing the course, we will find the best tool which will automate that. And during the course, we will show how to work it, and so you will eliminate that process. Actually, the other thing is, do you create presentations or curriculums, some small parts of curriculum for your students? So while making these presentations and while creating this new content, let's say personalized content for your classes, is becoming like from 5 to 10 times more easy with AI. Like you just give, for example, there is a product called Gamma app. You just give the idea of the presentation in a couple of paragraphs, and you just give the, let's say, design, not even design, but the explanation of the design. How would you like this presentation to look? And it will create the whole and text and bullet points and the images, and we'll put all this in the same slide, basically deck. And if you want to change something, you easily can edit it. If not, even you can do edits just talking to AI. By the way, are there any people, anyone among you who are using speech-to-text technologies? Speech-to-text technologies. Yeah, few, but very good. So thank you very much. Whoever didn't do this, during the course we will give you some tools, for example, Whisper Flow or Omni Dictate, and you will see what a magic is this. So you don't type anymore, you just press one button and talk to the computer. And in this case, this is very good for prompting, because while giving the prompt to AI, it is important to give as deep context as possible. Because with the deeper context, AI creates a greater, content. Creates better quality of information. Doesn't matter if it is visual or textual information. But when you're typing, usually you want to be concise. And when you're talking, you're free to say whatever comes to your mind. And as soon as you start using these speech-to-text tools, you already got free of keyboard, and efficiency grow higher. So these kind of things also we will provide, and the knowledge and information about different tools. So anything else besides semestral? What was the plan? Yeah, semestral plan. Anything else that you can recall?
Lesson plans are also there. That is fortnightly or weekly lessons.
Lesson plans, yes. Semestral plans, presentations. What else? Sorry.
Analysis of the results. Review content.
Analysis. Analysis. Oh, okay.
Performance of a child.
Result analysis. The results provided by students, their homework or what?
Suppose I am teaching a subject and multiple tests have been conducted. So performance of a child over the time has to be analyzed.
Oh, okay, very good. Yes, AI will do that perfectly. By the way, it analyzes the progress report of every student and gives you suggestions how to deal with this particular case, where the weak parts for these particular students is, and also AI can help you to understand the learning pace and learning style of every student. So this is another magical thing that you can use. So, okay, welcome.
So there is a question. We all are, most of us are using AI. We are also observing or experiencing the bad side or star side of AI use. Like students are using AI so much for doing their assignments and projects, some students, and they're not reading it. How to make them read? How to understand?
Yeah, very good question.
And secondly, that will make our minds redundant. How to work on that?
Very good. First of all, the assignments supposed to be a lot harder nowadays, because when we give our students some assignments from, let's say, previous life, which the answer of which very easily can be given by AI, so the second question, they stop thinking. They do not need actually to, let's say, concentrate on the subject. It's very easy to use with AI. So that's why the assignment's supposed to be changed. We have to give a lot harder tasks to our students, so they will need to use their brain and AI together. But what comes to reading, so when you say that you have to read to learn reading, they don't understand the need of that. But when you say you have to read because because of the reading, new neurons and new synapses are growing in your brain, which will help you later to use AI more efficiently or to solve problems more efficiently. This will be totally different thing. If they think that, for example, teacher asked to write some text and teacher needs this text, they're creating this text by AI and bringing to teacher. But if they understand that they have to create this text to train their brain, they don't need to show this text to anybody, but this is obligatory part of the developing and learning process, so they will be doing that. Idea is the following. First of all, we have to make sure that the students understand why really they need to read, or why really they need to create some new text. This is not for bringing and showing to the teacher, but for developing particular neurons in your net. So this is one thing. I don't know, maybe you think that children wouldn't understand that, it's too hard for them to figure out, but no. We can see that children nowadays are very smart, and they really understand a lot of things which we didn't even think that they might understand. So when there are two things. First, when we explain them why do they need this reading, so they will read for the development of their brain. And the second thing, when we want them to use their brain, not only AI, we have to give them harder assignments. So that education is supposed to be transformed. Am I clear? Clear but not. Yes, but the thing is that the education overall is supposed to be transformed. We can't give the same assignments like 10 years before to the children today who use totally different sources of information, totally different tools. So we have to change ourselves. The education institution is supposed to be changed. Don't you agree with that?
My question was definitely this thing need to be done for every generation teachers, and now the technology has come up so serious, with such a little speed.
Yes.
We need to definitely this thing is a short thing done. But the question is that the new things will again be adopted by AI, done by AI, by the students. So they are not using their mind. That's my question.
Yes, but
what he is saying is whatever is being produced by AI, students are not using their cognition to check whether it is right or whether it is well
okay.
or not. They
Okay.
are simply pasting it and just submitting it.
I see. Because excuse me, just one small thing to answer this. Yeah, because we ask them just a text or something, not the solution to a problem. Because if students are supposed to solve the problem, and if this text from AI doesn't solve the problem, they can't go with this text forward. They will read this text, change it, and bring all the important changes that needed for the solution. So this is problem-based learning to be organized in the school. So they have to identify the problem, decide which solution will be the best for this problem, and they supposed to use AI to come to the solution, not to create something and pass on to teacher, but to solve the problem. So assignments supposed to be changed. Yes, and the second thing, we have
the teachers have understood what we have said. How many courses did we talk about? Whoever says it loudly and tells their name gets this book as a prize. 2 courses. किसकी आवाज आई? आस्था. Okay. This is true. Give it to Astha. Okay, so we did talk about 2 courses. One is for like BA, Bachelor of Arts, BSc, and one is about like BEd. So the BA course is what we have already done once from 7th February. Starting, when is it starting? Who's going to say the name and loudly? Name भी तो पता होना चाहिए. हाँ? Vijay will get it. Okay, so we have. Thank you. Please give her a hand. Just for you. Okay. So one course has started, and that's the general literacy course. अभी एक क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा मैडम, आप लोग गप करना शुरू कर रहे हैं. टीचर्स को मैं बोल रहा हूँ, देखिए कितनी रिस्क ले रहा हूँ. So this is basically one part of it. Now to madam's deep questions. If the student is only copy pasting, she's not learning what is going on, this is all true. But what if as teachers we understand that fundamentally we are also failing in explaining what prompt engineering is? Don't just copy the question I have given you in my assignment, learner or student or whatever. You have to tell them that how to prompt. How to prompt includes saying this is the limitation you give to the LLM. This is the role you give to the LLM. These are the sources, like this lady has just left. I wish I knew her name. Notebook LM, you can put some sources and say just answer from this. So children are figuring out a lot of stuff on their own, and the teachers are saying, "Oh, तुम ChatGPT से copy करके लाए." Not good. You should also use your brain. But are the teachers able to explain what to do with them? We must assume that, like mobile phone, like cars, like aircraft, it's no point telling them that bullet cart is a very good way to go about life. They will use GPT. They will use mobile phone, even if you stop them in this Bharti Vidya Bhavan premises. When they go out, they will rush to their phone. Their parents are already hooked to the phone. You can't stop the parents also, no? They are not even looking at the child. Child is not looking at them. They are totally fixed on the phone. Partly because of the, Rishi Wazir is sitting here. Jio ne काफी किया है काम. Okay? So the point is that how as educators we are also aware of how to use the technology smartly, and therefore one of our concepts is a centaur. Centaur क्या होता है? कोई बताएगा एक लाइन में? Centaur. There's a prize going for that also. Centaur. CENTAUR, सेंटोर. GPT मत कीजिए, ऐसे ही बताइए. मैं देख रहा हूँ सबको. Centaur. No prize for Centaur for Bharati Vidya Bhavan teachers. This has been said on this auditorium earlier, many times. Centaur is like a human being and a horse fused together. A human being and a horse. क्या होता है उससे? What happens if a human being, the brain is there, the cognitive abilities are there, the creativity is there of a human being. But the horse, because has stamina, can run faster. यहाँ से इंडिया गेट जाने के लिए 400 meters or 500 meters, whatever is the distance, if we walk, we might take 5 minutes. If we go on top of a horse, we will go in maybe 1 minute. But if we don't use our brain, the horse can go in any direction. So, fusing of a horse and a human being in the right sequence. Best of both, but the human being with the brain and the stamina and the application of other prowess is the centaur model. आप कभी इसको सर्च करिएगा, उस पर काफी काम हुआ है वर्ल्ड में. So we are trying to bring students into centaurs and their parents as centaurs, because parents को पता नहीं होता, वो कहे पढ़ो, क्या पढ़ो, हो सकता है कि वो बताने ही नहीं जानते हैं. So when we had these students and we had a very successful session like this one an hour back, a lot of parents are wanting to join in. Now as authority figures that teachers are sometimes already aware. That's why I said no worries, please don't worry, you don't have to come for the BA course, equivalent course on 6th June. You can come and just tell people to join it so that they are smarter. That could be parents you deal with in PTA. On the other hand, if you want to join this one, you will find that there will be a lot of things which experts are unaware of. Because that everybody can't be an expert in everything. And you will learn from other students who have joined in, including the ones whose video you saw. And to the prize that was given, course number 2 is still in pilot stage, and for that, please use your phones. I didn't see too many people aiming because you didn't know what this is about. This, if you aim, will lead you to a query which Anahit madam has put up called waitlist for teachers AI course. The teachers AI course is course number 1 or 2? 2. Everybody is on the same plane now. And if we write some stuff, they can customize. The Armenia Academy and Lumiverse can customize the course for Indian requirements and Bharati Vidya Bhavan requirements. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you will be the very first primary and secondary school teachers all over India to have a course which gives you the chance to become a centaur teacher, a star teacher. That's the whole game. So, we are happy to talk offline and chit chat, but agar aapko jaldi jana ho, just aim your phones at this, go to the link or take a screenshot, share it with those teachers and colleagues who are not here, and then we'll see what to do about it in the next few weeks. So, thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We have Cheers. We have some small presentation about AI fundamentals and teachers. Sure. Okay. Yeah, we'll change it now. Thank you very much. But our dear friend was asking if we will continue the presentation concerning the AI fundamentals. So if you have time, you want me to do the presentation for like 15 minutes? Or no?
Thanks a lot, Rohit sir, Mr. Geborg and Miss Anahit. There is a question.
Yeah, any queries or questions?
Is there anyone who is yes, ma'am?
We are having almost 200 students in the BA program. So we just want to ask is that we are asking 5,000 for
कितने कोर्स हो रहे मैडम? 2 कोर्स हो रहे। सुन ले ध्यानपूर्वक। वो कोर्स जो पहला वाला है वो स्टूडेंट के लिए है, जनरल पब्लिक के लिए है। जो स्टूडेंट है भारतीय विद्या भवन का 5,000 है, और जो ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन है जो बिल्कुल बाहर से आया उसके लिए कितना है? 8 लाख होगा। दिस इज स्टिल अ पायलट प्रोग्राम एंड द पायलट प्रोग्राम विल बी handled by Bharati Vidya Bhavan and University. You don't have to do it.
Sir, what our question is, sir, and us as a BA college, we have a BA college, right? So we doing that. So there are 200 students every year, but we have. So if we what would be the course?
So they have to join this course, the core they will go faster than
I thank everyone and have a wonderful day ahead.